Whether it's surfing or snowboarding, we suck at both. Welcome in to the Bro 4 Squad podcast, where we're just a bunch of bros drinking beer, talking movies. This is our movie commentary of the Disney Channel original classic, Johnny Tsunami. I am your host, the Mayor Jeff Hornacek. We have our movie currently paused. The Johnny Tsunami title shot, or title credit, I guess, just came up on the screen while his grandpa is being a badass and surfing. It's about the 7-second mark. While you get your movie synced up with us, which it's on Disney Plus right now, let me introduce the fellow bro with me today, our legal counsel, Ronnie Cycli. Ronnie, you yourself, as a very high-end aficionado of both, considering you're so wealthy as our lawyer, do you prefer to surf or snowboard more on your vacations?
Yeah, I actually prefer to snowboard on the mountain. I surf on the mountain and snowboard on the water. It's quite an exciting experience.
Surfing on the mountain would never work. Okay?
Only
Show
if
me
you don't
one
believe in yourself. You
example.
got to have the spirit.
I don't know. You sound
Johnny's grandfather can do it. I guarantee it.
I don't know, man. All right. We are going to press play and go surfing and then snowboarding in 3, 2, 1, play. I think his grandpa, the actor who plays him, was also in the, I think the Mortal Kombat movies, but I could be wrong.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I kind of remember him from the opening scene.
Now, they're eating pineapple cycling because how else would you know they're in Hawaii?
I thought they were eating it for their UTIs. Is that not what?
Oh, that could be it. Well, now the actor in the middle is the like, quote unquote cool kid in Lizzie McGuire, so he's probably fucked so much he does have some UTIs.
I just love this idea, like, to be a Disney Channel movie actor, you have to be in literally everything the Disney Channel movies did.
Yeah, it's basically like you sign your life away. Like, you're not allowed to go to school or eat things outside of the compound they house you in.
I mean, how many people actually made it out of there, like, in decent mental shape?
That's true, man. The chick Kristen
where does this rank on your... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say the chick Kristen Storms, who's in this and was like Xenon, she might still be, but she was on a soap opera for like 10 years after this. Which I always thought, like, yeah, people make fun of soaps, but dude, that's like a guaranteed paycheck every single week.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're on TV every day, and middle-aged women love you.
That is true. He's like, and after I killed Sub-Zero, I won this surfing medal. I ripped his top down. Sub-Zero? No, actually.
Dude, if that was my grandfather, that'd be awesome. My grandfather was in Mortal Kombat. That'd be way cooler to an 8-year-old or however old Johnny Tsunami is than being a surfer.
He's like, and after you put the medal away, bring me Sonya Blade's head. He's like, what the fuck? Why is that also in a trophy case in our kitchen? So I think you were going to ask where this ranks in terms of Disney Channel original movies. See, it's a tough
because we grew up right in the heart of it.
I know. And that's why it's tough to answer, because I know you rewatched Smart House recently on Disney Plus. I haven't revisited any of these in a long time, so I don't know which of them hold up and which don't.
I will tell you that Smart House, as a big Black Mirror fan, I think it absolutely inspired Black Mirror. It is Black Mirror before Black Mirror was a thing.
So the stunt double who's playing Johnny on the water is like 44 years old.
He's like a hairy chest. You're like, I don't think that's him.
And he's like,
why is he blonde?
What is this? Everybody looks different on the water. We all know that.
Did this make you... You grew up a little bit in California. Did you ever surf?
I boogie boarded a lot. Which is basically like, oh, I really want to ride waves in, but I'm too big of a pussy to stand up on a board. Yeah, I don't know. Did you get this in before the buzzer? If you can surf, it's so badass.
I think that's like surfing is one of those things, like, I swear, like, I will always want to do, but it will never happen. No matter how I try to work at it.
Can you imagine the first guy who thought of surfing? Yeah. First guy who thought of surfing. Hey, you know that gigantic thing that comes in and smashes into the land? What if we paddled out there, stood up on a board, and tried to ride it in.
Yeah, like everyone's like, yeah, dude, go do that. Good, yeah, have fun with that one.
Good luck, Chris.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Like, well, are you guys gonna go too? Yeah, but I mean, after you, it was your idea. It would be rude of us.
We are right behind you. I don't know what sounds crazier to me is someone putting straps of like skis to their feet and doing that on a mountain or surfing on an ocean. I feel like skiing sounds worse to me in just like the theory.
It just shows you how bored we are as a human race that those became like hobbies. His dad has to work. That's a theme of 90s movies. We've always talked about doing 90s movies bingo. Workaholic Dad, definitely up there. It's just such a plot.
But I always love the Workaholic Dad for being bad. It's like he's trying to take care of the family.
I don't know, Cycly. What's more important?
He's like, sorry, I'm like actually like letting my family have food on the table.
Now, I don't know when this movie came out. I guess like 95. But having fucking internet in your house then was unheard of. I mean, this guy's like godly rich.
Yeah. I mean, Hawaii cost of living. You can't be poor.
So why does his Asian dad have to be into coding?
Yeah, it's a little stereotypical there, Disney. Disney hadn't become woke yet, I think.
That's true. This was... Dude, IMDb changed up their format, and it sucks. This was 99. Wow.
99, yep.
When do you think the Disney Channel original movies... Oh my god, look at his fucking... Is this Netscape Navigator he's on?
Absolutely. I think they had a contract with Netscape.
His dad's being a dick right here.
Because he doesn't understand all the sacrifice he's making. He can't just surf for a living, all right?
He's like, also, Dad, how slow our fucking computer loads, that could be like 1991's top earnings. His dad's...
I definitely don't think in 1999... I don't know. Like, I can't remember when I was using AOL 4.0.
Oh, dude, 4.0 was like...
was that around the same time?
This guy looks so familiar, but he's not.
He's definitely in something. Oh my gosh.
I have his name is Yuji Okumoto, and I have it pulled up, and I don't really see. Like, he's in some big movies, but his credit is like as someone you. Like in Inception, he's Saito's attendant. Like, why would you know that?
He's not even worthy of a name.
So I think they made a Johnny Tsunami sequel in 2007 that he was in.
I've absolutely not heard of this.
Johnny Capohallo back on board? They got everybody back
on board.
Holy shit.
Well, what is everyone doing? You said 2007? That's 8 years later for a sequel?
Oh my god. So in Johnny Capohallo back on board, so they've already done water. They've already done snow. So what's next, Cycly? I'm going to hold this up to the screen. Sand.
Sand?
They go sandboarding.
So are they trying to avoid Anakin Skywalker? Is that like...
Yeah, I mean, it's too coarse and rough. You can never fuck with that.
Like, he's like, fuck, Anakin's coming for me. Gotta go to sand. What a awful... I don't know if I ever even want to watch that one. Is that one on Disney+?
They've probably tried to hide it from...
But see, to me, that's a little strange for Disney to 8 years later come back on a Disney Channel original movie, because these movies were made for the 12 to 15-year-olds of the time. Yes. Right? Like, these people were in college by the time Johnny Tsunami 2 came out, and I had completely forgot about it.
His mom's pretty hot. She can get it.
That just tells me the dad used to have a wild side. You know, he couldn't have locked that down a few years ago. She is hot. She got those eyes.
Skyline Academy? God, that sounds preppy as fuck. They should have crossed over with A Walk to Remember, because Landon Carter definitely would attend a Skyline Academy.
They can be related. I always love when you put two movies together. They could be at the same high school.
Well, that was your theory.
How old is he, though?
Who?
Absolutely.
Brandon
How old
Baker?
is Johnny? Like, I can't.
In the movie or the actor?
Yeah, like in the movie, I can't decide if they're trying to make him in high school or middle school or like in 5th grade.
That's a great question. I would guess he's a freshman in high school, but I don't have much to base that on. Dude, that always does suck when kids move and they have like a week to figure their shit out. Like, really?
That's something I never got to experience, and I was always kind of bummed about it. One time in my life, I wanted to be the new kid. I don't know why. I just wanted to.
Clean slate, man. Till the real cycle comes
be,
out.
Be whoever I want. I always love when people say that. Like, I can be whoever I want. Like, you're gonna just all of a sudden just completely change.
Yeah, my name's Derek now.
Thing about you. Like, I love goth music now.
Then a week in, you're like, fuck, I picked a bad character. Can I get a new one?
I really don't like this guy.
Why is Johnny the only one with a wetsuit on? If I had a surfboard, I wonder what kind of like stickers I would put on it.
I have a feeling it'd be a lot of Marvel characters.
Would you get political with yours? Try to make a statement?
Because I feel like surfing is a statement. It is a political statement, man.
That's true.
Like Mahalo, bro.
It's a political party. Get it?
The surfing party. I get it.
Again, who the fuck are these stunt doubles, dude? They don't look at all like the actors. Like his friend, the stunt double, was Native American just then.
I would love to see like the budget for this movie, and they clearly like were just in the red when it came to stunt doubles. Like, we can't do it, guys. Just get whoever shows up.
I love how the grandpa's like, when you were born, your parents named you Johnny. I basically told them to fuck off and gave you a different name. He's like, wow, that's so cool.
Oh no.
And he's like, well, I really did it because I fucking hate your prick of a father.
And this is everything about growing up. I think you and I have had this conversation, how when we watch older movies, we now relate with different characters. We talked about that with Goofy movie, how I used to relate with Max, and now I look back and I rewatch it, and I absolutely relate with Goofy. Definitely. I'm looking at this now, like, the grandfather is being a kind of shitty influence in a way of saying, like, I get that he's trying to be positive, but the dad, I don't feel like is a bad guy.
No, he's just doing what dad's got to do. I mean, he might as well hand him a fucking meth pipe right here. He's being just a horrible role model for him.
But exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm a father and my father is just like a beach bum and is being a bad influence because I want my kid to have a future, like, yeah, dude, come on, man, let's make it about education and still have a good relationship. So, yeah, completely different perspective now.
It just shows you, I'll look up the actor's name, but this guy is a villain through and through. Even if he's not written like it on the page, he's like, well, what if I was like a fucking asshole to the parents?
For some reason, I just rewatched Rise of Skywalker yesterday. And if the grandfather I take is like the emperor, and, in Rise of Skywalker, we learned that he had a son somehow, but was that son not into any Sith things? And then the grandchild is Rey, and she's really into it. So, like, is he, this...
Now I have to put spoilers...
This child wasn't into surfing.
People knew they would...
You didn't think of Rise of Skywalker.
Be like, what the fuck?
We got Johnny Tsunami here with lots of Rise of Skywalker spoilers, so watch out.
I just looked it up. The grandpa's name is Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa, and he plays Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat. Who I think is like the dude who like organizes the whole tournament.
I kind of feel like he was a main guy. Like I really have that memory. Like, dude, that's a nice house.
That's really nice, dude. All these kids in Disney Channel original movies have pretty awesome houses.
Oh my gosh!
And actually,
they really never had like any poor kids.
Like, who wants to see them on TV? I might have some. What year did Candyman come out? The original one? Because I think he was in that too.
Like 91, I think.
Okay.
Something like that. I mean, I just recently watched that, and I kind of, or maybe it was late 80s.
Let's see.
And why did they buy a house that was already decorated? That's kind of weird.
Take out the middleman, which I guess is them. Dude, this guy has done a ton of movies.
The grandfather?
Yeah. I don't see Candyman, even though I thought it said it at the top. Basically, if there was a villain who knew martial arts in the mid 90s, he was probably either considered for the role or actually got it.
I really do feel like as a kid he was a big get for this movie.
Mm-hmm. He legitimized it.
He's actually why they had no budget for stunt doubles.
It just looks cold as shit. Like Johnny's like, I don't want to get out. Can we just stay in the car forever?
Coming from Hawaii, it's really funny. Like I would, you know how you get used to temperatures in the wintertime when it's 40, it feels hot, right? Because you've been used to colder weather. There's no way coming from Hawaii that this would be an easy transition. He's not even wearing that thick of a coat.
Right. Dude, and the only worse thing than like having to go to a new school in a new city is if your dad was also working at said school.
Yeah.
That's
I remember as a kid, my mom was like a PTA president, and she would come to the school all the time. Oh man, the horror I would feel.
And she'd be like, "There's my little cycling." You'd be like, "Mom,
yeah, and Mom, leave me alone." And then of course, because she was really good friends with all the teachers, I was like, "Please stop."
Why is it, dude? Every movie does this. Whenever there's a new kid, he always shows up late to his class, so he's like has the awkward like walk to your desk. While yeah. Like, do you not know how to, like people will help get you to the right spot? It happens in
that's not movie. A thing.
God, every time he like walks in the middle of class.
Yeah, like little rude, and then I think the class usually only lasts like 2 minutes later. The bell will ring. Look at these guys. These jabronis.
You know what a rough life would be is the number 2 to the high school villain. Think about how many bad jokes you have to laugh at. Like that last joke.
Well, that's always in every movie.
Yeah, but it's just a tough life, man.
Sidekick to the bad guy. Yeah.
You have to pretend everything that the key bad guy or the key foil in high school says is interesting and funny.
And then that one time he does it, because that always happens like towards the end of the movie, Cabin in Brink, where the bad guy's friend kind of feels sympathetic to the main character and doesn't laugh, and the main bad guy looks at him like, "What, man? Did you not laugh?"
See,
sorry. Yeah,
that's the thing. You can build up years and years of goodwill. If you don't laugh one time, you could be out.
Yeah, you're done. Mm-hmm. And they walk that fine line. They know it. That's why they have to be attentive. They're learning about the Stamp Act.
Then why did Kristen Storm start talking about all the islands of Hawaii? I love how he's still saying present tense. I go to the beach a lot, like a bro.
I surf every day.
Of course he gets pineapple.
I'm sure pineapple in New Hampshire is just
Why would she show him the fucking can? Don't show how the sauce is made, right? I respect the balls of going straight for the hottest chick at school. So I don't know why. I knew she was in it, but for some reason I thought Skyline was like an all-boys school. Or maybe it's all boys and they allow one hot chick.
Like one hot chick per year. The application process is so intense.
And she has to date like the stud of the whatever they're fucking, it would be like ice hockey or.
It would have to be hockey, right?
You would think. Dude, remember Shasta? Is that what she had?
Yeah, I remember Shasta.
What happened to that?
They paid all their money into marketing for this movie, and it just bombed.
Oh yeah, the marketing
leftovers.
They got really fucked because the director forgot to turn the can towards the camera where you could read what it was.
You know, looking back, like this movie makes no. You know, like I love when high school bullies or just bullies in general in these movies for no reason. Oh, he's a new kid from Hawaii. Let's look at his weird surfing magazine.
Right. And the one guy's like, I'm already willing to murder him.
Oh,
but he's different than us.
You're not allowed to move here from Hawaii. Look how pissed he is.
Whoa, that was Johnny's. She was, dude. Back in the day, she was like an 11 out of 10, and she's
Oh,
still
absolutely.
very, very pretty. But she was like the pinnacle. Her and Amy Jo Johnson, who's the Pink Ranger.
Oh, Amy Jo Johnson, that was my girl.
Back
What's
off.
she up to right now?
I think her looks have held up. I saw her at the premiere in like 2015 of the new Power Rangers movie.
Well, she had a cameo at the end.
She did, yeah. My theater started going nuts.
Her and Tommy, right?
Mm-hmm. So if I remember right, and I've never surfed or snowboarded, but the big difference is I'm gonna get them flipped. But one of them, is it surfing you steer with the back of your board, and snowboarding you steer with the front.
Yeah. I've skied. I've never snowboarded, but you're exactly. I'm not sure which one's which. I think with snowboard you steer with the front foot, no, the back foot, and the surfing is the other way. I think he might say it here actually, or not, but not right now, but later.
I want to ski. I'm nervous. I mean, I couldn't do either, but I'm nervous skiing. I would do the splits on accident.
I have skied a handful of times in my life, and it is horrifying every single time. I'm like, why am I strapping blades in my feet, willingly going down a mountain voluntarily? Like,
Oh,
I don't know why I thought this was.
We're gonna give you 2 spears to hold in your hand. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, which don't really do anything.
Well, I don't need those because aren't those when people want to go faster? That's like the opposit of what I'm trying to do the whole time.
Yeah, like no, that's what they told me. Like the first time I did it, like you don't need these. I was like, oh, okay.
Because you can't stop.
Fallen so many times.
Dude, it is kind of cool. Like the bright yellow, though. They look like they're like the Team X Blades version of.
Dude, I was just about to say it's like a theme. Yellow. They're literally wearing yellow and black. He's actually doing like for a guy who's never even learned. My first time, like he just fell off the. I don't know where he went, but.
Now, if he dies here, this is murder, right? Like they just pushed him down the cliff. I will say this for a Disney Channel original movie, like budget-wise, this stuff must have been kind of hard to film. This is a GoPro way before GoPro.
Again, getting down to why they don't have stunt doubles in this movie. Not good ones.
Here comes Skyline Academy's finest.
If you, as someone who like when I learned the first time to ski, you could not physically be just doing.
He's hauling ass too.
Stunt doubles.
Jesus. Yeah, again, that's a 37-year-old man.
And he's white. I mean, he's completely white.
See, like this stunt double though is flying. Now, why do these guys need to have this meeting outside? Like it's fucking freezing.
I mean, where else are you gonna have it?
That's a pretty good line. Returns are on the other side. Is she like mad at him?
Yeah, wouldn't you be? Didn't he lie? I mean, God.
The glasses are pretty cool though. I would keep those. I would hang on to those.
You do feel cool when you go skiing, though. Like literally, like with all that gear, you're like, oh man, like a badass.
So is the main, I guess, jock dude? Is he actually dating Kristen Storms, or does he just want to be?
I feel like they have a on and off thing. Like they haven't actually defined the relationship. They just need to sit down and talk about it.
But once you put it into words, it's real, and that's
real, and word is his bond. Like he doesn't want to say something and not mean it. So I think that's beautiful.
He's now the protagonist of this movie, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, you know me. I always like rooting for the bad guy. I'd be pissed if some guy came from Hawaii acting like I own the school,
What is he doing?
What is he doing in there? I never know what he's doing.
Back there. So, okay, maybe I was confused. Is the grandpa his dad's dad? I thought it was his...
yeah, his dad's dad.
Okay. I thought it was a Three Ninjas situation where it's the mom's dad, even though they're not even the same ethnicity. Remember that in Three Ninjas? The mom's dad is like straight up Mr. Miyagi. And she's
doesn't even make any sense, yeah.
He's got his own laptop for $99. That was a pretty big deal.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I remember getting my own laptop when I was a freshman in college, thinking that was a big deal. This was like 7 years before then, 6 years before then.
So his dad...
This kid really doesn't have it bad.
No, he doesn't. Except now he has to wear this fucking uniform. We should buy Skyline Academy blazers. That would be so awesome.
This might be a really weird statement, but I absolutely really wish I had gotten a chance to wear uniforms just one time in my life at a school.
It can be
I don't know why. Just like, you watch them in movies and like Harry Potter and stuff, you're like, yeah, that's awesome. But I think as a kid, you would absolutely hate it. Let's save so much time picking clothes.
This is how Banner would dress at Skyline Academy.
Absolutely. Do you remember in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith would turn his blazer
jacket inside out? Yeah, I love that. And the inside of it actually looked like a Hawaiian.
Yeah. Sure. And they were like, it wasn't in the rule book. He's technically wearing his jacket. There was nothing about it. Like, that said you have to wear it.
Yeah, that's
true. Everyone else started doing it.
Uh-oh. See, he's like, I'm a bad boy too. You know, if that's what you're into. I wonder if she's in the sequel.
I mean, if they got everyone back, I mean, you have to. She's like, you can't not have her. I mean, they obviously got married, right?
Oh, they have to have, right?
I mean, is he in college in the second? Like, I mean, that's what I don't understand about his age.
The plot synopsis is really long. So it's like a fucking paragraph.
I don't feel like that needs to be that long. Like, what are you doing if you're writing a sequel to Johnny Tsunami?
I don't think she's in it.
She's obviously moved on to bigger and better things. Maybe the whole movie is he's getting over their breakup.
That could definitely be it. His parents are in it, his grandpa, and some kid who plays a character named Chris.
Chris.
This guy, Principal's in a lot of other stuff, too. Is his daughter Kristen Storms?
Yeah.
Of course.
He's got a picture of her on his desk.
I don't know if he was just, like, creepily obsessed with her.
Why does the principal have a picture of me? This is really... I'm going to take that to the school.
I have pictures of everyone in the school yearbook. Yeah, but mine's framed on your fucking desk. I don't think that makes you special. That's weird, though.
I do that for every female every year. I pick one.
Right, let me see what this guy's name is.
He's actually a reasonable, principal.
Which is not how I would have expected this conversation to go.
Well, she scared him, she lied about him being pissed about the uniform. Gotta love that she's absolutely flirting with him,
Look up Kristen Storms now. She's still got it. Gregory Itzin plays Headmaster Pritchard. This guy's like an all-time character actor.
Good for him. Like, you know what? It's not like if you're a struggling actor, you would have, or just a consistent actor, never going to make it big. Absolutely take these roles.
Yeah, so he's been in The Ides of March, The Change-Up, Lincoln, Desperate Housewives, 24.
He was in Lincoln?
Yeah, he was a judge. He was in 44 episodes of 24. He was in Law Abiding Citizen. Okay,
yeah. So he's actually had a career. Like, he's not just a scrub. So I will say this movie absolutely did make me want to snowboard.
Definitely.
I always was like a pro snowboarder over skier.
And of course, Rip.
Oh my God.
Lee Thompson Young, may he rest in peace.
Man, and they don't have Famous Jet Jackson on Disney Plus. That needs to change.
Is that because of what happened with him?
Disney doesn't like any sort of negative, like just perceptions out there ever. Right? Like I have to wonder if that's why. Like what everything else is on there. There's no reason why it shouldn't be.
Yeah, it makes no sense. And his movie isn't on here, I don't think.
The Famous Jet Jackson movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Dude, he was like the fucking man back in the 90s. And I think had a burgeoning career. He was on either Scrubs or Grey's Anatomy. And he was obviously in the Friday Night Lights movie. Let me look it up.
He was one of them. He was one of the few stars that I remember thinking like he was going to have a career. Because he was literally their all-star. Yeah, they put him in as much as they could.
He was in Scrubs. He was one of the like intern guys.
I remember that episode actually. Because I love Scrubs. But I just remember, I was like, man, I hate skiers. Being from a region of the country that is not remotely close to any mountains or skiers. I was like, damn skiers, they're the worst.
So the urchins, those are like the fucking poor kids, right? Or the kids who...
Absolutely, yeah. Those are the people who don't have laptops in 1999.
Is he like, well, I can't be an urchin because I have a compact PC laptop, so might want to reclassify me. I don't know what the next phase up is, but just let everyone in the other social circles know. I can take a Polaroid photo of it and send it to you if you'd like. Oh, I forgot how cool his hat was.
Oh, yes. His hat was the greatest.
Like,
I wanted one,
dude. I just want to hang out with him. I'll hang in the back. I won't interrupt anything. Of course, he has fucking high fives with like everyone in his crew down to the 11th guy.
He makes time for everyone, though. You don't even have to be in his inner circle. He'll do it. I wanted that hat so bad as a kid, though.
Yeah, but I think we just knew. Our parents were like, you can't pull that off. So they just...
I think I did these handshakes, like the one across the chest.
Oh, yeah, where they like drag their arm.
Yeah, I feel like I just tried making that.
I think we might have done that, actually.
Yeah, probably. Between that and DJ Jazzy Jeff and Will Smith doing their handshake.
Lee Thompson Young. Does he ever play like not the coolest fucking guy in the room?
No, he can't. He's like, it's impossible.
Like even in Friday Night Lights, when he's supposed to play like the awkward guy, he ends up being like the stud on the team when Boobie Miles gets hurt. Spoiler alert for Friday Night Lights.
I think we're about to learn which foot you steer with. That Red Bull.
This guy's soul patch is like horribly glued on. You could tell it was definitely in the trailer.
My God.
I'm going to fully hook you up, whatever you need. I got weed in the back, too. That's free also. What?
Yeah, if they wanted to make this more realistic, that's exactly what they need to be talking about. I know it's like the estranged brothers, man. Like,
damn,
Johnny.
I missed it. And then Johnny lands, breaks his femur. Movie's over. He's laid up for 6 months.
It's a good movie to end credits. That's a lesson to each of you kids.
Johnny hadn't made enough quality relationships to have anyone visit him in the hospital, so depression began to sink in. What? Where's this going?
I would absolutely watch that movie. Just a really dark take. The urchins don't want him. The skies don't want him.
Lee Thompson Young? So he doesn't actually go to Skyline Academy? Lee Thompson Young doesn't?
No, he goes to Maple Valley or whatever.
See, that's weird because I'm sure Skyline has like a minority quota they have to hit every year. I didn't see one African American kid in there.
I mean, it's New Hampshire, right? Like, there probably aren't any other than him.
His name is Sam, his character. Just looked it up. Just out of curiosity, Kristen Storms, she has been, holy shit. She has been in 1,230 episodes of General Hospital.
Holy. I mean, I guess when you're talking about a soap opera, that's not that crazy.
That's nuts.
Good for her.
And then 410 episodes of Days of Our Lives right before that, starting in 2000.
So what's the last thing she's been in?
I just closed it out. Sorry, hang on.
Oh, no big deal.
But dude, that just shows you
really curious.
Such a solid paycheck. The last thing she was in was, this is before General Hospital, it was Winterthorn, one episode of that TV show in 2015. She was in 40 episodes of Kim Possible.
Hey, now that's a good show. Are they? I think they're bringing it back or something like that.
I think they are too. I wonder if they brought Xena on.
Rumor.
I'm sure she would be down for that.
They did 3 of those, right?
Yeah, Z3 was the last one I can find.
Yeah, they got to bring it back. See what she's been up to.
What was her name? Like the 31st Century Girl or something?
Yeah, I think she was. Girl that's 20. No, was it the 31st century?
I don't know. Some futuristic thing was really corny.
I never got into those as much as like a lot of the other Disney Channel originals. I think I remember watching the first Xenon, but I never was that into it.
Yeah, I wasn't a big Xenon guy. If on one podcast we should put together our list of the top Disney Channel originals.
Yeah,
because I would exclude those. And I rewatched Halloween Town. It's pretty shitty.
See, that bums me out because I remember loving Halloween Town.
It's pretty bad, but in like kind of an entertaining way. So when Sam says they're not allowed to go over there, what's going to happen? He's going to be like beaten up or like arrested?
Yeah, I think so. That's for skiers. I always like in real life, obviously this would never happen. This concept of we own half the mountain, no one can ski or over there, and
it's a turf war, good old fashioned turf war, like the Bloods and the Crips.
But this is way more serious. A lot more blood has been spilled.
Absolutely, it's just all done off screen. I want them to cut to Lee Thompson Young's body double, who will guaranteed be like an Oriental man. Snowboarding down the mountain. It's like, what?
Like, clearly, have you guys seen a picture of me? Did they hire the stunt doubles before they hired the actors?
The director's like, I don't see color. We're like, well, and that's a problem here.
Well, we need you to.
Yeah, because the actors look different. Definitively. Is his dad in the Air Force? Is that why he's here?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he moves all the time. Common theme of a kid's problem in Disney Channel movies and shows.
Yep. But if you're as cool as Lee Thompson Young, he just doesn't matter. It's like every time I move somewhere, I start my own social group, fuck the hottest chick, and become the star athlete, usually within the first 3 weeks.
The power move is to get a handshake with everyone. You can't hate someone who gets a unique handshake with.
It's tough. He has 414 that he has to memorize over the course of his different schools.
If Johnny had done that is a bad guy named Brett? I don't remember. Something like that.
In this?
Yeah.
Let me double check. The guy from Lizzie McGuire was like only in the first. I think that's it for him. He's not even coming back. The bad guy is. No, it doesn't have his character.
I heard them say. I saw Brett. That might be the bad guy's best friend.
It doesn't have photos. The problem is a lot of these guys have never been in anything else. So on IMDb, they don't have photos.
You mean, why would you ever want to be in anything else after accomplishing
this guy doesn't have a title. I don't think that's him, though, right? Or maybe it is. He doesn't.
All I know is someone in the group is called Brett.
We'll say it's that guy then. See, kids nowadays don't even know what this is. Reading magazines with your friends.
Yep. Laying on the bed. I saw something about like kids these days have no idea what it's like for a show you're watching to come back from a commercial when you're in the other room and someone going, "It's on, get back in here."
Yeah, that's not even a thing. So why didn't his dad?
Did you just stream it? Say that again.
He's talking about why his dad didn't serve. Is that because his dad and grandpa had kind of like a contentious relationship?
Yeah. Like I said, it's going back to why Palpatine's son didn't get like anything to do with the Empire. No, it's like you got to rebel.
Yeah, the tighter your parents squeeze you to do something, you can't tame a wild stallion. You know, that's what Johnny's dad is.
No, you can't. So sometimes when your dad is the goofball, then you rebel by being.
Plus, Johnny's dad was
academic.
Johnny's dad was like, "We're Asian. We were born to code." His dad's like, "What?"
The dad is. I'm struggling here. The dad is clearly Asian, but Johnny is obviously Polynesian. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
And the mom is white. Like
the mom's like hoping the dad doesn't bring that up. Hey, babe, stupid question.
Why is her son not good at math? Oh,
what? He's fine at math. Was a 72. Why is your son athletic when I'm clearly?
And the fact that you think that's fun
shows that maybe you're not good at math. So it's like fucked up that he even brings his snowboard to school. They're like, you're not supposed to. Like he's like freebasing black tar heroin in the hallways. Like he's snowboard.
Literally rubbing it in your face. Oh yeah, it's Brett. Yeah, it is Brett.
They act like he needs to go to rehab. Like, Johnny, we're concerned about the snowboard. I'm fine. I have it under control.
You're doing it in the open in front of everyone.
What a rebel. God, and then she wore all black. It'd be like if Avril Lavigne started to snowboard.
She's a skateboarder. Come on, Jeff. We all know that.
I can't believe in a sequel they go like dirt boarding or whatever the fuck that is.
They already did a dirt mode movie. They did motocross. Wasn't that one on dirt?
But they're like on skateboards in the desert. It makes no sense in the picture of the sequel that I saw.
How would you even get moving? We're done with this, I'm gonna have to.
I love how Disney Channel's like, no, we didn't make that movie. Like, yeah, you did. Well, it's not on Disney Plus, so prove it.
If it's not on there, it didn't happen. If the planet is not in our records, it does not exist.
Maybe someone deleted it from the memories archives. That little kid. Help Obi-Wan find this.
That's actually a pretty good impression of him.
I don't know why that kid left such an impression on me. Oh my God, someone save her. I know I'm so curious about this Johnny Tsunami sequel. I want to see if the director came back.
Get the director back.
No, he didn't.
Wow. See, I was on board until they didn't get the director back. This is dramatic.
Someone's got to make some life-changing decisions. They did get the same writers, though. This chick, Ann Austin and Douglas.
I have to feel that I have to imagine that the writers of these movies were all the same people. I've never actually looked into it, but I just have to imagine. Sam. That's a dramatic fall.
I mean, isn't this just going to put him in the same scenario she's in? Or if he hits her, then they both die.
Which is worth it, you know? What if Johnny was really just like some sick fuck?
And he's like, perfect, my plan is pulled into motion. Huh? Now I'll kill the only African American in this state and Dean Pritchard's daughter. What
and I'll get away with it too.
If it weren't for you damn kids.
Except it wasn't for Brett, who was actually the good guy the whole time.
That's true. He's like, I could tell he was a murderer. Just trying to keep you from him. I bet they called up the writers for the sequel, Ann Austin and Douglas Sloan, and Disney was like, no one knows these characters like you do.
We need you back to like, you do? What?
We can't crack the script.
A long time ago.
I guess. We can't crack the script. How would they be sandboarding? Like, well, don't, because that's fucking stupid. Not a thing. No, that has to happen. I wonder.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This movie is ridiculous.
Did yours just stretch to like weird widescreen for a second?
No.
I've heard a lot of people get mad at like how some of these things are formatted on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I know The Simpsons is completely formatted back because like it even crops out jokes and stuff.
Ugh. He's like, well, while we're here, do you want to play like 21 questions? No,
like,
let's just not die. Did you bring help? Can you not see the dude? It's like, hi, I'm Garrett.
Yeah, who is that? He's just a guy I found. You guys want to smoke weed?
Or like, do you want a granola bar or something? Do you have some? No. Then why did you offer it?
You guys got room down there for one more?
Always wanted to hang out with someone from Skyline Academy. I'm dying if you could just cross the road. What if he's like, it is so relieving to see someone from Skyline with a minority. Obviously, the white girl gets to go up first.
Something I've never seen before. Yep.
We'll pull the white girl up, and if we have time, Sam, then we'll get you. What? If we have time.
Yeah, we might come back tomorrow, honestly.
I need to refuel the snowmobile. Well, why would you drive it down and put gas in it? That doesn't make sense.
Why does she even need to tell her dad? I don't understand. Like, she's going to have to call her dad, and I might be, like, right a little bit ahead of you. I'm not sure.
She's on the phone right now.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, yeah. So, like, why do you need to call your dad about that? I would absolutely not have told my parents that just happened to me.
Yeah, I don't really see what... I mean, you're alive. What do you need to tell them for?
That would just worry your parents way more.
Now she gets grounded. She gets punished for being too open with him.
Yep. That's what you get for being honest with your parents' kids. Never be honest with them.
Why don't you chill, Brett? It was an accident.
Brett's, man. Don't get me started on people named Brett.
Right?
You're an urchin now.
Dude, it's weird how soft some of these insults are, but they rile these guys up so much.
Oh,
man.
The
dude knows he's an urchin. He calls himself that. The second Brett says he's like going to rip his head off.
Only we can say that word.
Yeah. Dude, wasn't it always the most awkward thing growing up when, like, you'd get in the car with one of your friends and their parent would just, like, chew their ass out front seat?
And they would always look at you like, oh, it's not you. I'm not mad at you. Like, what?
But I'm going to fucking kill my kid when we get home.
Yeah, there's nothing more awkward than your friend yelling at you. You're like, dude, I'm just here for the pizza. Like, can I?
Which I have a feeling we're not.
Can I get a pop?
Yeah. We're not going to rent a movie anymore, are we? I mean, they're sitting him down like he just murdered someone. Like, I get it. It's not ideal what happened. But...
I don't even understand what they're mad at him for. Like, honestly. What did he do wrong?
It's Sam's fault, if anything, right?
They're mad at him for doing what all the other kids are doing by skiing and snowboarding and then rescuing two people who are in need. I'm very much lost in the situation.
Yeah, I guess he like put himself in the situation to be the hero, but he kind of came through clutch.
I mean, did you see his run? He was impressive. He was doing all these jumps and stuff, or some white guy was. That amazing stunt double.
Yeah, the stunt work in this movie is just exceptional.
That mom she knows she can just get it anywhere. She's like, why am I still in this marriage?
She also knows that Johnny is definitely not his son. She's like, maybe this is a good time to tell him.
Oh, you know whose son it is? It's the grandfather's. Oh my god.
Damn! Why don't we write this? What do Ann Austen and Douglas Sloan have that we don't?
Could you imagine that twist?
That's a fucking movie, dude.
And it makes more sense. I mean, why he doesn't look anything like his father and why he's into snowboarding.
I mean, I could definitely see the grandpa, like, he would not be averse to putting a move on his son's wife.
No, not at all. The grandfather has no boundaries at all. No respect for anything.
He needs to go back and visit his grandfather, though, before Mortal Kombat starts, because then he's going to be gone for like a month. He won't get to see him.
I mean, if he even comes back, and we all know Mortal Kombat, I mean, it's a very good chance he won't be coming back.
That is very true. God, remember like portable phones? You had to like charge them.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and you'd always lose it. You had to hit that button. Where's the phone?
His mom's like, is that your grandpa?
I remember begging my parents to let me have a portable phone in my room because I thought it was so much cooler.
Even though like we could just take it from another room and set it.
Exactly. I just wanted its home base to be in there.
What's the lesson? Don't go snowboarding? I don't think there's like an overarching thing we can learn from this.
Someone needs to tell me what he's in trouble for. I do not get it.
It's like, Mom, why does Dad hate Grandpa? I don't know. It's definitely not because I slept with him or anything. What? But that's not what it is.
While he was sleeping next to us.
This is okay. I didn't ask what it didn't happen. Okay, well, I'll just tell you that didn't happen. So his dad used to be cool, right? And then he became some fucking nerd from an MIT coding degree.
Yep. I mean, she's like, they used to get along really well until I slept with your grandfather.
And then your grandpa changed the legal name we gave you. He really just doesn't give a shit about anything.
He really doesn't. I mean, if you're a full-time surfer, yeah, of course you don't care about anything.
And Johnny Tsunami is a badass name. I guess is this movie kind of about like Johnny Capahala earning his grandpa's nickname? Because otherwise the movie's just titled his grandpa.
See, that's beautiful, man. Like, I mean, the writers, when they're listening to it, they're like, he gets it. He gets it.
Finally, someone understands. She's like, you talk to my father? Like, well, he's our fucking principal.
Why is she mad?
He just did the same thing she did. What is for lunch? Salad and what do we... Those look like pies.
A croissant roll and a V8?
Those go together.
Why? She's also acting terribly in that scene. She can do better than that. I've seen her do better than that.
These are the urchins.
Yeah, man. The urch. That's what I call him. Some urch.
He's glad that he got massive air off the jump when he helped Sam. And what? And how would anyone know that?
You got air, bro. That's all that matters to me is that you got air.
Is how high your board came off the ground. He's like, oh.
I don't judge people on their character or their color of their skin. I judge them on how much air they got.
That's it. I could tell a lot by a person based on that. I don't think any of this makes sense. It's probably why you hang out with
you can murder everyone, but if you get air.
Your Honor, I would like to ask the defendant how much air the plaintiff got before committing said crime. This is an
objection.
No relevance. The judge is like, bullshit.
It's extremely. Oh God! Look at it. He is just as good as.
And he got a hat now.
Yeah, man.
His hat. There's one hat.
Sam got it for him.
If we wanted to buy these, like, what would we even type in on Amazon? Hat to get
I would have to
pussy.
Go with like maybe dread snowboard hat.
All right, I'm gonna say something out there that people at home have probably figured out 30 minutes ago. But are the hats why they're called the urchins, or vice versa? Like the hats look like sea urchins, kind of.
Wow. I would say no, because it looked like it was only Sam's thing, I feel like it's more of like a dreadlocks thing.
Sam is Sam.
I mean, to each their own. Yeah, only the head urchin can wear that.
So does this mean there's a power struggle, or he's like in training?
Ooh, yeah. He's
Brett, don't
there are.
These are the best runs on the mountain. What if the guy Brett just?
It's a mountain. You could absolutely.
I think there's plenty of space. Or you guys go down, and we'll just be like a minute behind you. Smack him? I don't think this guy's ever watched a fight before. Brett, stop! Even though it's turning me on. Snowmobile guy. Here's Gavin, or whatever the fuck his name is. He's like,
Sam,
what's up, man? It's your buddy Garrett.
It's a massive mountain. It's the same guy every time. Don't even bother coming to school tomorrow. Well, I have homework to turn in, so.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be truant.
It's required.
I'm supposed to be truant because you can't deal with it. I hope this guy.
Yeah, my parents will be cool with that reason.
Must be the altitude, dude. The guy saw you get punched in the face.
It's like, I guess if his fist is called altitude.
It's like, maybe he won't find out. No, Emily's going to call all of our parents and tell the story.
Yeah, I don't understand. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I feel like a lot of things were kept between us when we were teenagers. Like, not everyone would go run to our parents about every incident that ever happened.
The dean's, like, defense of what he heard doesn't really make sense. Like, all I can go off of is what the other kids told me. Like, well, aren't they a little bit biased to make themselves not look like they did anything wrong?
Yeah, this is a very he said, she said type situation, and the parents seem to be very much going along with it.
Typically, when it's a he said, she said, I resort to the more popular child. And in this case, that is Brett, definitively. What?
Brett is an upstanding guy.
And Johnny Tsunami's dad is like, no, that does make sense. You should side with the more popular kid.
Mm-hmm. This is just how things are done. Is this in Vermont or New Hampshire? Where is this?
Yes. Are you saying you want me to choose between the skies and the urchins? A lot of principles. Johnny, I'm going to set forth a plot device for the third act. Huh?
You don't remember being asked by your principal to not talk to kids from rival schools?
Yeah, remember, didn't our principal tell us you need to choose between the jocks and the skaters? Submit your answer to me in writing at the end of the week.
We have to sort. It's like the sorting hat. The real is exactly the same, man. These guys are bad because they snowboard and they go to a public school. Oh my god.
Yeah, but you see their
mom is saying the bullshit.
The mom's thinking like, all right, who can I fuck to get my son out of this?
She's like, when they're walking out of the school, she's like, oh, I forgot my purse in the principal's room. I'll be right back.
And then they get home and he's like, your mother doesn't carry a purse.
Wait, she's never had a purse in her life.
Did you ever do that? Like, have to wait on your friend's porch for them to get home?
Yeah, I had so many friends that I would do that because I had friends.
Okay, just name like one then.
Brett.
Okay, that's from the movie. There's no way you know an actual person.
What? No, man, come on. It was coincidence. Now, the fear of going up to someone's house, though, and asking, hey, can, so-and-so come out and play. Man, that was always nerve-wracking.
That's will build up some anxiety. No, he's moving now. Everyone leaves at the end of the week. Iceland?
Dude, I mean, as someone who's been, you can recognize this. We've been watching High School Musical, the series. I mean, people move in such a fast, like reaction time now. Like, oh, we got to move at the end of the month. It's like, we're moving now.
Now, in High School Musical, the series, it's a little different given what Gina's mom does. But in real life, if you get a job, they're not like, all right, we'll see you in 4 days.
Yeah.
It's like out of state. Like, don't give me 2-3 weeks.
Well, it takes we have to pack. I mean, I don't know. They have to do something with the dog. We don't even know where we're going to live. I do love what's about to happen, though.
God, newspapers, remember those?
What a jerk dad is like, what was so important? I don't know. I'm talking to my friend.
Yeah, none of your fucking business, Dad.
Because the dad never had friends.
The dad doesn't get it, dude. You have to learn to get along with your peers. Oh, well, he's not my peer because he's African American.
Whoa,
Johnny,
okay.
dude. Some stuff you can't take back.
Oh,
you don't call him a sky. Don't undo that tie, you son of a bitch.
And he paused. He was like, "Don't hang with those urchins." Like, what were you gonna really say, Dad?
Nothing.
I wish Grandpa was my dad.
Well, his mom's like,
she's like, not now, not now.
Once you put that in my head, I can't get over it. That would just be so ridiculous.
I mean, if you really look at the dad and Johnny, there is no relation.
We've had way more far-fetched theories in a lot of other movie comments.
That's the sequel I would rather be having. He's always reading the same magazine, watching the same surf videos.
He's a man of simple taste. Unlike you, he actually gets the phone in his room.
Well, he had a laptop, man. And what doesn't he get? He's so ungrateful.
This kid's got it made, dude.
He has audacity to complain. Ugh.
Wow, this is very 21st century.
Oh, this movie.
Damn, but at least he put love.
I wish he had done it with newspaper cutouts. Newspaper his dad was reading earlier, but looks like a ransom note.
I have kidnapped myself. Why don't you just write this out? We know who it is. What if the dad's like, your son wrote yours, of course, because he actually has class. What? You're mad about the note you got? And he typed it in Levitica. Come on.
I can't read his hand.
How would these kids afford a flight to Hawaii?
Didn't they take? I think he snuck out to one of the Air Force planes. Good Air Force security, U.S. government.
Wait, what? They snuck on?
Yeah, they snuck on an Air Force plane.
Oh my god. That might be the most ridiculous thing.
The writers were like, I love the writers. Can you imagine being in the writing room? They're like, all right, guys, we have to find a way to get them to Hawaii. How can 213? They'll sneak on Air Force. They'll get an Air Force train. Yeah, because that would easily.
What's more realistic, them finding a way to get $400 or them circumventing our Air Force security?
Yeah. Hopping on a military transport, flying halfway. So some serious. Oh, God.
Grandpa now actually kind of has him hostage.
He's like, what do you want for them? I need to pay rent this month.
He is like a villain, dude. You could frame this from the dad's point of view, and the grandpa's a shithead.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. For perspective, you won't want the grandfather's influence.
He's kind of got a point there.
Wait, who, the grandfather?
Like he says, if they'll just keep running away. Now, I don't think that he should let them stay.
I don't think they will, though. You know, like, it's not going to be that common of a thing. That Sam is literally leaving for Iceland in 2 days. This was a last-minute thing, you know?
Well, how can he leave for Iceland in 2 days if he's in Hawaii? See, Cycle, you didn't think it through.
Oh, my God. These writers wrote a foolproof
The boys are in good hands, really, and he has a huge penis. What? I just mean he's a good grandfather. You said, what is that? How would that help him take care of them? No, I'm just giving him like more information about your dad.
You know, the mom's like trying to find a way to get the dad in the other room so she and Sam's dad can have some time.
She's like, look, here's what we need to do, honey. I will go and talk to your father on my own. You stay here. Don't come. Okay.
And no matter how long it takes, don't worry about it.
And he just never comes back. It's like, are you coming back? Oh, fuck, I forgot. No, I'm not.
I'm so obsessed with the idea that they snuck on an Air Force plane. We have a good buddy who's in the Air Force. We should ask him what the consequences of that action would be.
He's like, trust me, man, we have urchins sneaking on our planes all the time. Yeah.
He's like, it happens more often than I care to admit. Are you seeing this kitchen?
This is very nice. I gotta say though, this movie, his dad, all he has is argument scenes with different people.
His agent's like, look, he only does arguing, nothing else.
So if there's any part of the movie
where an arguer,
there's time of the movie where he's getting along with someone, we're gonna have to approve the dialogue first.
By the way, there's 2 sinks. I just missed it. It happened a little second ago. There's 2 sinks in this kitchen.
Dude, look at his grandpa's pants. Like pulled out away. But Mr. Tsunami. Please, Mr. Tsunami's my father. I've always wanted to wax a surfboard.
That seems like a really weird thing to want to.
He has on like
I feel like
what's her fucking face from the Fast and Furious movies? Who's in Blue Crush? He has on like the exact outfit that she had. No, I got it.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I feel like waxing a surfboard, but you do it for like 5 seconds. You're like, why did I want to do?
Michelle Rodriguez, or Lizzie McGuire guy's back.
That's his shit.
The vernacular they use for the water, like I have no idea what they're talking about.
You're just clearly not in the know, man.
Is he like sponsored, or are they just like brands that he likes? Like I like Surge, I'll put a Surge sticker on.
I would absolutely put a Surge sticker on there.
In '99, fuck yeah.
Yeah, and Jinko jeans. Yeah, you got to have that logo
Tech
on
deck.
There. Hey, Bono, man.
Okay, that's actually Jet Jackson. Like that.
I think so. Yeah, because you know he's so badass he can do it. That'd be funny if you look in Hawaii, like Pono actually means sun. He's been calling him son the whole time.
No, not
He's
only
been
that,
staring in our face.
It means like hidden biological son. You're like, this is a really
it's very
specific
son that I had an affair with my son's wife. Like,
son's wife discreetly, and he won't find out about till.
What a weird word for a language.
Do they use that often that they need a specific word for it?
If you're a surfer, then yes.
This is where he introduces them to marijuana for the first time.
See, again, not realistic. If this was realistic, it absolutely would have. Or he'd at least be doing it in front of them. And then the dad would get mad. He's like, you gave my son marijuana. And the wife would be like, it's fine. It's okay. Let Johnny have a good time.
Him talking about riding waves that aren't there is just how he slowly gets them to drop acid with him.
That's when you know he's really high. He's like, dude, the waves on the mountain. Granddad, he's doing it again. Damn it.
He's tripping. Anyway, I have to go to Mortal Kombat now, so have a good night.
What if Johnny looks at Sam? He's like, "That's what he's doing when he goes to the bathroom for about an hour."
The boat with Raiden that comes up. Goro has requested your presence.
I must leave.
Let me go change into my ninja attire. I was wondering why that was in the closet.
The phone rates for being in Hawaii can't be cheap to call the mainland, man.
No. That's why these ransom calls have to be few and far between. I can't get over the fact that you changed Johnny's name. They named you John, and I said, fuck no.
Johnny, that's a stupid-ass name.
What's the grandpa's like, no son of mine's Johnny, and his dad's like, what? I mean, of yours.
He's like, you've made a lot of hints before. I'm starting to read between the lines.
Why did you sign the birth certificate? That's a bit odd, isn't it? I think everyone here should just sign it, right? It's it's a group thing. No.
Don't call me Grandpa. Just call me Pa. It's shorter. It's faster. You know, take Grand out.
Just call me your genetically biological father. Ipso facto. What is that shirt? It's like Buddha? Okay, so they are in Vermont.
Yeah, Vermont. Yeah. But, I've honestly never been to Vermont. I don't know how good the skiing is there,
No, you don't. You're right about that.
When I'm watching these scenes, I'd much rather prefer to be in Hawaii.
So he's convincing him to go back to Vermont, basically?
Yeah. See, I'm not over this. They look way more alike than him and the dad. I mean, yes. And the grandfather's not that old. He's pretty spry.
Oh, yeah, guaranteed. He could have fathered a child Johnny's age. The grandpa should have been like, to save us $1,800, can you sneak us back aboard one of those Air Force jets?
Wait, okay, so did you... Okay, just happened a little bit ago, but I just wanted to say, the grandfather said, one of those times I'm for sure you're my grandson. So that means everyone's a little suspicious of the mom and the unrelation between Johnny and his dad.
Yeah, she got around the island, and although she claims she hung up her jersey, I mean, you never know.
I just love that. We all wonder.
I mean, you throw our subplot into the movie, and this is still an interesting film, but how much more interesting does it get?
And Sam's dad is so happy to see him.
Does Sam have a mom in the picture, or did she pass away?
I think she died, yeah. That when he first went over to Sam's house, he's like, oh, is this your mom? And I think he made a comment.
His grandpa's got Ugg boots.
Well, yeah, dude, he's the coolest motherfucker.
Before we hit the mountain, I got to get my pumpkin spice latte. This actor's like, all right, another arguing scene.
He's like, I've been prepping for this one. Looking forward to this one for a week.
The movie is really just segueing between his arguments with the different characters.
Well, I mean, now that I'm rewatching this movie, I mean, Johnny really only spends 3 runs ever on a snowboard. And he's going to go into tomorrow as to represent all the urchins. I feel like if I'm an urchin, I'd be like, hey, I just feel like we have a better candidate out there. Can we not get the new guy?
The same thing with Tokyo Drift, dude. It's like these people get put in scenarios they should not be in. This just feels like two villains talking right now. Like how we're going to split up a drug shipment or something.
So you take him on the first run. I'll come in on the back end.
Maybe it skips a generation. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm his dad. Wouldn't that be fucking crazy? Just joking around, though.
Again, are you not seeing similarities between the Emperor and Rey here? I mean, come on. Like, this is the kind of argument Palpatine and his son would have all the time.
I would love to see those arguments. I hate you now.
Yes, let your hate flow through. God damn it!
I hate you, Dad. Good. I can't win with you.
Okay, Dad, I love you.
No.
No. I would. Okay, yeah, that's the fan fiction that we need to write. Is the dynamic between Palpatine
like
and his
angsty
son.
Palpatine's 14. Who is in like a punk rock band, and Palpatine won't go see their shows. I heard you only
plays on Tatooine all the time.
It's like, Dad, you need to come watch our band. We wrote a nice original song. I heard it's shit. Stick to covers.
Who knew how much Star Wars talk we'd get out of Johnny Tsunami? But they're all connected. The Disney World, everything comes together.
Hopefully, after I put spoilers for The Rise of Skywalker in the description, no one bitches at us. It's been out for like 3 weeks by now.
Especially, who knows when we're going to put this up online anyway,
I think I'm putting it up right away.
Okay.
So, we're fucked. We're going to get sued.
I'm ready for it.
Could you sue someone for spoilers? What would be the closest thing you could take someone to court?
You could sue them if you actually had access to the script, or like when Harry Potter 7 came out, somebody stole one of the books from Scholastic. Like that's absolutely, you can get sued or arrested for. But me watching a movie and then going online and like the guy who yelled Snape kills Dumbledore in a Barnes and Noble at midnight, like you can't do anything about that.
Dude, that guy's just a piece of shit though.
Yeah, because it came out in England, 6 hours earlier. So people started to know pretty quickly.
This is a total aside. What if someone violates an NDA for like a movie, not one with like a company? Like what typically is the punishment for that? Like when they go to court?
It's probably, it depends on what the NDA says, but a lot of times it's probably money. You lose the rights to stuff, or you could be liable, and that means they can sue you for whatever they want.
So if I was like an extra in Avengers Endgame and I spoiled something and I signed an NDA, what would happen? Obviously you'd be blackballed in the industry too.
Yeah. Again, it just depends on what the NDA. The NDA might be specific in what will happen, but they could say that you're absolutely liable for. They could come at you for literally. They could say, "Oh, we lost $100 million because of you releasing that information, because now that many people won't see it, and they're going to sue you for $100 million." So, basically, you're just opening up all kinds of liability. How specific the NDA is.
I forgot about this. So his grandpa is like a badass snowboarder, also.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
The grandfather can do it all. Because waves come in different waves.
Can probably walk on water too. My subtitles say Crystal 52 is playing. I'm like, dude, no one knows what the fuck that song is.
You gotta look on Fi, man. So it's definitely some ska band in the 90s, right?
God, that sounds awesome. I'll look up the Johnny Tsunami soundtrack after this.
It's probably just look up the top thing played on Spotify. It's gonna be right there.
I'm surprised his grandpa, the guy skiing for him, isn't like one-legged dude. It's like 300 pounds.
Still is very obviously not him. It's pretty blatantly bad.
I hope his grandpa just strangles Brett to death.
He's like, I'm from another country. They can't arrest me in Hawaii for this. We're like, oh no, Grandpa, the United States, Hawaii is in the United States. I don't know if a murder here is a murder there. Oh shit.
He should take Brett as his punishment into Mortal Kombat and make him fight.
Again, I've been skiing before. These mountains are pretty big. It is so rare to just keep running into the same people.
I don't understand. So, like, okay, we'll give you priority on the run. You ski down, we'll be right behind you. You'll never even see us. Like, they wouldn't even know they were there, right? It's not like in snowboarding. Skiing, you don't, like, turn around.
I mean, if you're that good of a skier, right?
Brett has like the classic '90s hair, like the part down the middle, the Sean Hunt classic.
You absolutely know you're just made to look like such a bro, like snobby with that haircut.
You can't do that, Grandpa. It's a little vain that he just carries it around with him everywhere he goes.
Also, if I was a little, if I was their age, I wouldn't be a dick to someone with their grandparents standing right next to them.
No one.
No one ever did that. We were always fake as hell when adults were around.
Yeah, we were like.
I remember talking to people I hated, being like, "Hey, man."
Well, hello, Mr. Johnny Tsunami.
Good to see you. How was your weekend?
The grandpa has like had like an evil smirk to Brett though, like I'm gonna fucking take your intestines and have them in a Ziploc bag by the end of the night. That was from the trailer too. I remember. Man. Big. And I think this is like the first time I heard the phrase "go big or go home." And then he does the high five. I'm like, fuck, this guy's like all time cool.
You just changed your life at this moment, you know. Again, I just don't. If I was an Urchin, I'd be like, who made the decision to have him as our representative?
Yeah, and then he like falls, breaks his leg, and loses by like 15 minutes. Like, I mean, we shouldn't be surprised by this outcome.
And I'd be sitting on the sideline. I mean, guys, it was his fourth time on a snowboard. What were we thinking?
You're right. I mean, shit, even his grandpa would have been a better bet.
He is a better bet. Look at him go.
What if another character brings up, Brett's like, are you Johnny's dad or his grandpa? And his grandpa's like, wouldn't you like to know? Actually, I'd rather not get involved.
A little bit of column B.
It's like, what the fuck does that mean? Or what if, this is getting off the rails, but what if his grandpa's like, says something really weird, like, why can't I be both? And he's like, just a couple of reasons.
He's like, don't worry about it. I think I'm always going to run away with this idea that that's actually what this movie is about. And that's why the dad is always so angry.
Right, he knows deep down. The grandpa would fuck his wife just to get back at the son, like his son, you know?
Oh, yeah. There's no closeness in this family. They will betray each other for any pleasure.
They will stab each other in the back to benefit themselves in the slightest. Have you seen I think Harrison Ford went on Conan and like Chewbacca showed up in the stands? And Chewbacca goes,
no.
And Harrison Ford goes, she was my wife.
Did this happen recently?
No, it was when he was promoting The Force Awakens, I think.
Oh my gosh. I definitely have not seen that.
Basically, like Chewie fucked his wife. That's the point.
I mean, would you be mad? Be.
No, I mean, if I was with a chick that Chewie was also interested in, I know I did something right. I can't get over the ugliness.
Well, you should, man. He made them cool. These are like before Uggs were even a thing, right?
Oh, yeah. What if he came in there like sitting on the couch together? He's playing with her hair. What the hell's going on? It's a little family bonding.
Guys, we talked about this. We talked about this a long time ago. I said I could live with it.
In front of me.
You said it was done.
Is he limping? Let's get some cortisone in that knee, huh?
So, yeah, man.
She talk about being sexually confused here. She is like so turned on by the fact that he's an urchin, but Brett is just
I
a safe
know.
bet, you know?
And he has the future right there. Like, I mean, I don't know. Does she know that Johnny has a laptop in his room? I mean, if that could change things for her.
That's his ace in the hole. If I were him, I wouldn't play that card till you absolutely need to.
Yeah.
And just so you know, it's a compact spelled with a Q at the end. Oh my God. Yeah. Do with that information what you will.
He and Brett just love these controlling stories. These kids, there's nothing wrong with these kids. Like, the people realize, like, these guys are bad because they're urchins. They snowboard. You know how expensive snowboarding is? They're not poor kids.
When you're this rich and well off, you have to manufacture your own trauma and turmoil, right? Like, there's nothing actually. Oh, they all wore Hawaiian shirts. I didn't even notice that.
That's so cool. Where do you even get Hawaiian shirts in Vermont, man?
Yeah, because it's way before like Amazon.
Oh yeah, aren't they brothers?
Who?
The snowboard guy and the ski guy, like ski lodge
Oh
guy.
yeah. I think it might even be the same actor who plays him. Now that I think about
The only difference is a glued-on soul patch.
Why doesn't he have his Skyline stuff on? He's doing this as an independent contractor.
Man, this is going to be dramatic. What do you think?
Can't do that.
He just did. Guy's name Brett, man. They'll hold back at nothing.
He'll do whatever it takes to win.
I remember this music. It was so intense.
Does Johnny know the course? He's like, through the parks, you know the thing I'm talking about. He's like, I've lived here for a week. No, I don't.
I still don't even know how to snowboard. I don't even have my straps on.
There's a good chance that not only do I not win, but that I die in this race. And for what? To keep my grandfather's medal in the family?
I don't even know why he offered that up to people.
Do you see the snow on the camera in that last shot? That's pretty artistic.
Like going big budget right there.
See, filming this stuff could not have been easy.
No. I mean, they probably just took so much, like just hired a professional skier and they just had to make a bunch of runs, right? And then just put it together to make it as dramatic as they could.
And whatever clothes he was wearing, they just changed the script to have the actors wear the same clothes.
Exactly, yeah. Don't worry about that. That happened exactly in Brink. Like this is almost identical to the last race in Brink.
We got to do Brink at some point.
Oh my god, yeah. It probably is number one on my overall.
It's got to
Disney
be
Channel. Yeah.
Because we're all soul skaters at heart.
Absolutely. This was after Brink, I think
so. Did I feel they used to come out with a Disney Channel original movie like once a month, right?
It was. There was like I think for 2 or 3 year period, and again, because we were at the exact point where Disney Channel original movies were perfect for us, and it was once a month, and it was a big deal.
Photo finish, but I think he got it. He's fine.
Run it back. Run it back.
Check up.
I would not concede. I'd be like, dude, I don't know, man. That was really close. How can you tell?
Yeah, how did you put that medal on him? He's still an urchin. What did you want me to do? Like, can him not get it?
I wish someone would talk to Brett and just be like, man, what are you so angry about? You and Johnny's dad should hang out about always being angry.
There's a party at Johnny's house, but I don't think we have any accoutrement. See, where'd all this stuff come from?
When Brett stormed off, she should have been like, well, you're the one who never like put it down on what we were. So this was always so casual to me. I'm like, Johnny made a move. She's available. She's cute. Gotta lock it down.
Urchins take what they want. We all know that.
This would not take 5 minutes to set up. This is.
So he gets the choice. He could go back to Hawaii or not, but he's going to stay, which I personally think is a mistake.
Absolutely. By the way, really quick that the grandfather absolutely spiked with a punch, right?
100%. With LSD, too.
Everyone is just like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that's definitely the same actor.
Oh, yeah.
But if this were Metropolis, people would say, but one has glasses.
And that has a soul patch, man.
I want to find the actor's name because I know it'll have both parts listed.
I'm glad I remember they were brothers. I remember that from the beginning. I was like, I think they're brothers.
And Johnny,
but I just love how this got in the way of family.
Oh, yeah. So they start a shop together, right?
Yeah. Why don't the brothers talk? Because one snowboard. I mean, is there really this kind of rivalry between snowboarders and skiers?
Also, the guy's like, holy shit, we could sell snowboard equipment and ski equipment. I'm like, isn't like 90% of it the same? Like all the gear, the helmets, the goggles, the clothes. Like, you're just idiots.
You mean it's just the board and the skis? That is.
I wonder if we
could
consolidate. I wonder if we could consolidate our small business loans. One guy's like, fucking chill out. All right, that was Johnny Tsunami.
Oh, God.
Like, before we let the people go, how does it hold up?
Not good, Bob. No,
dude, they have
not great,
sequel.
Bob.
The sequel is up next on Disney Plus.
I have to say, you have to judge it for what it is. It's for a corny Disney Channel original movie. We have fun with it. I think it's still probably one of the top tiered ones. I still had a good time watching it. You do create these ridiculous storylines in your head just to go along with it because these are meant for 13, 14-year-olds. But no, it held up decently. I still enjoyed it. What about you?
Yeah, it's fun, man. I think the Disney Channel original movies are so great because of the nostalgia factor. And they just had like these crazy, quirky ideas to tell stories that like were so easily accessible. And they were usually always starred like kids roughly our age, which is obviously the key to them.
Yeah.
So is it a good film?
I think we look back.
Yeah, it's all nostalgia porn basically, and I love it, and I'll eat it up every single time. All right.
Yeah, I think. Oh, go ahead.
No, finish.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say the same thing. Sorry, I lost you for a second, so I think you said exactly what I wanted to.
I'm in your head. We have a psychic connection.
Paying
All
rent.
Right, for our legal counsel, Ronnie Cycli, I'm the mayor, Jeff Hornacek. We are the Bro Force Squad podcast. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube. Type in Bro Force Squad. 3 separate words there. Check out all of our content on our website, broforcesquad.com. There's a link at the bottom to archive.org where all of our content is posted. And at the top, there's actually a survey. If you fill that out for us, let us know what parts of the pod you like, what parts we should change. We will give you a shout out on our next show. Till next time, we will see you at the top of the mountain. Probably dying on our way down because we don't know how to fucking snowboard.